Welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Blue Podcast. This is take 2. Well, we did film this, didn't we? And
Yeah.
unfortunately, we had some technical issues, so we're back again. Man United rebuild, and this is the second time we've done a video like this.
Yeah.
We did one last year.
Well, technically third now.
I was going to
true.
say it would be third.
Yeah.
One every year at this rate.
We'll do one every
I don't mind doing one every year. That sounds fun.
one of half every season.
Yeah.
Every half season you've got to do this.
So, I mean, last time we didn't know who the manager was going to be, but this time we do. It's going to be Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
But luckily, we've prepped for that system anyway. So it's
Yeah.
fine. So it makes no difference.
Yeah.
So, I'll give you a little bit of context, very short amount of context on Ten Hag and how he performed. He was in charge for 850 days, taking charge of 128 matches. 72 of them were wins, 20 draws, 36 losses, 234 goals scored, and 180 goals conceded. He played a 4-3-3-1 for the majority of the matches, but also played a 4-3-3, a 4-1-4-1, and a 4-3-1-2. He signed 21 players for a combined total of 660 million, which is, for the ones he paid fees for 16 of them, so that's about 41 million a player.
Wow.
In comparison, he sold 55 players, got fees for 19 of them, but only 9 million a player, with a total of 184 million.
So he's sold 55 and got a fee for 19. It's less
Yeah.
than half.
Well, a lot of them are releases
Oh,
and
right.
free transfers.
What I would say is
Jesus.
that's automatically where you can see a big problem.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
in itself is just a massive issue.
Well, I think it's also due to the actual.
Previous.
No, it's also how well they've been playing on the pitch. Their value has dropped,
They
and
have,
hence
yeah,
when they try to resell them,
Exactly.
it's just
I don't put
Worthless.
it down to Ten Hag much.
yeah. Anthony would be sold for 20 at max, probably.
Yeah.
Like this is at this rate could go for free.
Leave me alone.
Exactly. So we've gone from having a squad of 42 to a squad of 28 at the end of Ten Hag, which is huge. I mean, a lot of them are wingers. You look at the likes of Andreas Pereira, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Shola Shortai, Chong, that he shall not be named. Hannibal's gone, Van der Beek's gone, Elanga, James, Cavani, Matic Kovar, Hardley, another one, and Alvaro Fernandez on the left wing back role. So it's a lot of players gone.
Honestly, half those names I have no idea who you're talking
Same.
about. Genuinely had no idea.
I mean, other than Alvaro Fernandez, there's not many on here that I'd want back.
Have you still got Palestri?
No, he left for.
He left as well?
Panathinaikos.
Yeah.
Useless.
Bro, he was decent.
No, he's a permanent at Panathinaikos.
Bro.
Oh, that was a loan, but
Yeah.
his contract ran out. And he left on the free.
Yeah, he left for free.
Yep, he's one of them
They're
boys.
absolutely useless, I'm telling you.
So obviously we've hired Amorim. That's the system. That's the situation we're in. I am the new director of football. I am Dan Ashworth. I'm Henry Ashworth.
Good luck.
And I have hired us,
Jesus.
Ruben Amorim, and you are my scouts. I've hired you lot as scouts.
Yes.
I'm a scout here, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Undercover.
Very careful.
Still the Professional League players. This is the
So
quality you got.
we're going to play a 3-4-3. We're going to have attacking wing backs who like to drive into space in wide areas. We're going to have creative inside wingers instead of traditional wingers. So they're going to play more like 10s. Strong movement and also very strong ball playing centre backs. We want good passing.
Yep.
Volume passing, 3 centre backs.
Okay,
Cool.
so what positions do you need from us?
So, I will tell you what positions I need from you when it loads up. Thank you very much. So, key positions that I want from you guys. Right, I'm going to move over a little bit. I'm getting a bit too close down there.
Never a bad thing, is it?
Well, I want.
Quick question. Should we just go through one by one and just list players as we've got them? If you've got a position.
Well, I'll give you a quick roundup of what I'm
fair
wanting.
enough.
Okay.
A left centre back, a right centre back,
Mm-hmm.
a left back, a right winger and a left winger, and then a wild card. Ooh.
Basically
Okay.
half a team.
But
Yeah.
you could also look at potentially a third central centre back, a central midfielder potentially, or a right back. They're not key, but if you have options,
Or
you
these-
have
It's
options.
literally
Are
the
they-
whole team.
so it's almost the whole
It's still
team.
the whole team.
Basically
but-
one player per position.
Okay. I have some options
Right.
for those three positions as
Yeah.
well, but they're not exactly massive signings.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Centre back, centre
Okay.
midfield, and right back. Let's start off with our centre backs then. So I'm looking for an understudy to Lisandro Martinez,
Oh.
and also
Okay.
somebody to be to pin down that right centre back slot and to teach Yoro a thing or two about
Wait.
the Prem.
Right centre back.
Yeah.
So he wants the right and the left.
And then there's the
Oh,
centre
oh,
back.
because
wow.
they're
One of
playing-
the right,
playing
one
back
No, I
of the
got
left,
confused
yeah.
because he said Alessandro and then right centre back. So
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
Yeah,
He
well,
wants
I
one.
talk left,
Yeah.
I'm talking about right.
Yeah.
So let's start with
Cool.
left, then we might as well.
I got
Left,
confused.
left there.
Was that
Who
like a
have
sleep?
people got?
Left
I've
centre
got a
back.
left centre back.
Sorry?
I remember my left centre back
Oh, go on then.
because
gonna
I'm
be
I'm
mine.
going to forget it again.
Go on.
Gonzalo Ignacio.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yes.
why should I go for him?
Well, he's at Sporting. He knows the manager, and I feel like he fits into that left centre back quite well. Because he can also sort of flip with the left back, if I'm not mistaken. Because the left back sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
push
I'll
on.
look at you because you have more knowledge.
I
of it than
mean,
do.
he does sometimes. I guess he could play there. To be fair, I'll go into my left back.
Okay.
I had another
Wait.
Sporting player.
Like a left back or left centre back?
Sorry, left centre back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had another Sporting player, which was Diomande,
Mm.
who can play left
Yes.
and
Yeah.
right, but mainly left-footed.
Is that where he plays midfield? 'Cause I thought he
Um,
played down the middle.
He's left-footed. He
He's
does play down the
left-footed.
middle, but
Okay.
he is left-footed
Okay.
and can play on that left side. Similar to Ignacio, knows the manager. He does they do play alongside each other. One
Mm.
can play down the middle, one can play on the left. They both interchange with each other.
Okay, cool.
In that system, they're both as good as each other. I think,
Yeah, I do like.
either of them is pretty
I
smart
have,
choice.
I have concerns. Two concerns. One being these guys would probably want to start, and that probably wouldn't be the role these guys take.
And money.
And also, I don't know how easy it's going to be to take players from Sporting
Without
in
paying
the
less
first
than
couple
50,
of windows, unless it's a lot of money. Amorim's already said he doesn't want to shop at Sporting, so I
right, but
don't
that doesn't
know
mean
how
you can't take
you
a
can.
player. 'Cause someone like Diomande is what, 22 or something. I think he'd
True.
be
They
great.
are good.
He's got the
options. I'm
youth you
just-
want
There,
in that
there are a
team.
couple of concerns I have. Go on, we'll move on. Lloyd.
I have got Facundo Medina from Lens, left-footed centre half, 25 years of
Mhm.
age. He is Argentinian as well. I know it's similar age to Martinez,
Mm.
but I think he deserves that move to a Premier League side, and I think he would suit that. Lens have played a back three at times. They play back four, play a back three. He would fit in that system, and of course, you would want a left-footed centre back playing at, on that left-hand side. So for me, I would definitely recommend him. I think he is a solid player and needs to move to a bigger side.
Yeah, no, I do agree. You can't have a right foot or a left centre back.
No, it just does not work.
What
No.
about the step up though, in terms of from where Lens are to?
Well, that's
United.
what I think he's saying. He's like going to learn from Lissandro. He's going to be in the back seat. He's not going to be starting
Yeah,
every
yeah.
game.
This
He's
guy's
the
not
understudy.
got-
Because
well,
Alessandro played most
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
Premier
And he is a
League.
solid enough backup to step in, I think, if needed. I think.
He
Yeah.
does. He feels very Joel Matip vibes, like solid, but probably not someone you'd rely on as a starter.
Yeah, he is a good player. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, although Matip was quality for a couple of seasons, there was
when he first
specifically,
came in.
particularly
Yeah.
one season for me when we I think it was the 21-22 season. I thought he was better than Van Dijk in that season. I thought it was incredible. But
Okay,
back to
this
Manchester
isn't
United.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to
Damn.
hype up, Joel Matip at any possible
have to.
moment.
Yeah.
Got
For
to.
my left centre back, you said you wanted someone like an understudy. I went for Oosterwolde, who plays for Fenerbahce.
Yes.
He's a left-sided centre back, but he can also play on the left back, which
Obviously,
is quite
where I've seen him
useful.
before is playing left back.
Yeah.
But he can play left centre back.
Yeah,
can't
which
he?
is what he's been doing for Fenerbahce, I believe, under Mourinho.
under Mourinho.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another interchangeable player. do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's someone that.
Yeah.
Realistically,
As
a lot of
long as they have the
players.
task volume, I think it's also useful, especially if the left back is going to be potentially Luke Shaw, at least for the first bit, who can play left centre back as well, interchangeable, that you just keep swapping.
Yeah.
I mean, we might end up. I think we might look into somebody else anyway. But again, having somebody to cover at left back is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Because
That's
all
a
our
good
left
point.
backs decide just to fall over every 5
I
minutes.
do think.
Luke Shaw, wink, wink.
I do think
Malacia.
now
Malacia
though.
Last
played-
time just disappeared.
Bro, Malacia played
When?
last night for the youth team. He played.
Oh,
he
no
got his
way.
first game. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
He,
back
he is coming back.
After
One thing I
all
would say
the-
though,
after
I
all these
think
years.
in football now it's very common to see centre backs either left or right pushing out to at least just try and cover it as a defensive position,
Yeah.
because we've got a lot of like proper fullbacks now. A lot of people who are coming in as fullbacks are very attacking,
Mhm.
whereas you see a lot of centre backs going into that left back role, a bit like Vardiol, where he was a centre back, moved to left back, and look at him now.
Yeah,
You know.
agreed. I had a couple of options that I liked as well in this position. One of which being a bit more expensive, but Scalvini out of Atalanta, very ball dominant, played in midfield a bit, as
wants
to
start,
left-footed.
He would.
He might want to start, but I think he's young enough where you could convince him to. He'd get some minutes. Martinez is probably the preferred, and he'd probably be okay with it. I think it's doable. But my preferred option is Hato out of Ajax.
Yeah, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, I was gonna put him as left back because for us he is playing as a left back now. He is pretty much our main left back, and I think you said before you wanted an attacking left back. No one better than him, to be honest with you. At this moment, with his age, I think he would play left back. Of course, he can cover centre back, but he would play left back.
Okay, cool. I think there's a lot to think about. I think we're going to come back at the end and decide who we're buying.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our options. For
Are
the
you
right centre
considering
back.
budget at all?
To an extent? I'm not going to go
Like,
mental
for example,
every
like
position.
the two Sporting players is easily over 50 mil.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easily.
Yeah.
Last year
No,
was 60
easily.
million, I think.
I think Oosterwald
Is cheaper.
is probably cheaper.
No, I do
What's his-
think Diamande you could get for about 40.
No, no chance. Absolutely no chance.
Not
for him.
not
No.
in the next couple of windows.
And not from Manchester United. They'll give Man
We're
United
not paying
80 million.
We'll
There is
walk away
Manchester
from the
United
deal.
tax, isn't there?
Yeah.
But we're not playing it anymore. We've walked away from
No,
deals.
no,
because
that's what I'm
tax
saying.
is
The
too
price
high.
will still be there. Whether
Yeah.
you pay is a different story.
I'm not going mental with the price, but there is no set budget either.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be realistic as best to my ability.
Yeah,
I can.
yeah.
But there are a lot of cheaper options going forward.
We're going to go into the next window. They're not going to sign anyone. And we've just looked like complete
Yeah.
idiots.
Shall we talk about right centre back then?
Yeah.
Who's got a really good option for right
Well,
centre back?
I do, but like, can they start?
Yes,
Yeah, he
this is
wants
the
to
starter.
start starting
Oh,
right
I was
centre
going to say Gahey.
Bro, he stole mine from last time. What the hell?
No, I Gahey as
No,
well.
to be
Oh,
fair,
you have
Rory
Gay as well.
Rory
Oh shit.
did both
Okay.
have together.
Fair enough.
Yeah, me, I Gahey as well.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
both talk together about?
Okay.
Gay?
Yeah, go first.
I think he's gone. I think he's either going Newcastle. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen now,
Yeah.
but
Never
I
mind.
think he's gone next year.
Did I
I
see
think-
him play central midfield on the weekend, or was that
I have
just
no
football
idea.
I think
bugging?
he pushed up a bit towards
Okay,
the end,
okay.
but not.
It's
But
just football bugging.
I
Okay,
think
cool,
he is Premier League proven.
Yep.
He's the captain of Crystal Palace. He was captain of Chelsea's youth team before that.
cool.
I think he's got leadership. He's got experience. He's played at the Euros for England now.
Mm.
He has more or less all the experience you want to take over that place and play the right centre back role.
Mm.
And Premier League proven. I think that's the biggest thing for United right now. You don't want to take any risks, especially going into a new chapter. You don't want to.
Mm.
And I think he's played in a back three in the academy.
Yeah, I think he
And he
did.
So
plays,
he knows
plays
how
back
to-
three at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's played in a back three
Yeah.
for so
I
long.
feel like
would
him
he
and
be?
Delict could rotate as well.
Yeah, how much would he be roughly?
60.
80.
Well,
Yeah.
When's his
you were
contract
talking
end?
a lot
They
of
said
money.
80, but
I
think
don't
it's gonna-
mind if it's
No,
my,
it
if
depends
my
when his
key
contract
defensive
ends.
signing is this guy.
Yeah.
I don't
I feel
mind
like he
paying
has
big for him.
oh no, he might sign a new contract. Damn it.
Let me check.
He might.
I
Yeah.
don't
You're-
know.
I do
No.
like
cheap.
the Prem proven thing. I think I've seen a lot of him and I've been very impressed. I think
Yeah.
you lot are idiots for letting him go.
He's 24 as
I
well,
don't
bro.
think- Wait,
By
You
the
let
way.
him and
Yeah.
Tamori leave.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know
but
why
at
you
the
did
time it made sense.
that. Did it?
Not
No, it did make
really.
sense, but
No, Tomori, I didn't want him to leave.
No, Tamori left because of we can't go into it too much. But
Yeah.
he left because of Lampard.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a
essentially.
lot.
You could have had two very strong
We had the
English
best
centre-backs
defense
instead
in the
you've got
world. We had the best defense in the
Badiashile
world.
and
Yeah.
Disasi.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good option. We'll move on. Lloyd,
Yeah.
who's your option?
Jan Paul van Hecker from Brighton. I think he is a top centre back. I really like him a lot. He's very comfortable on the ball. I think he's good aerially. I think he's got the stature. He can play in a back three. We've seen that over Brighton over the years.
Well, that's my concern because I don't think Brighton have played a back three that often. They've played
No,
it sometimes,
but yeah, they have moved to more of a back four. But if Brighton do want to go from that 4 to a 3, they can do that very, very easily. They did that a lot under De Zerbi, not so much under Herzler, but he can still do that. And yeah, I mean, personally for me, if Liverpool could get a centre half in, I would want him, and I think he would suit Manchester United as well because he can play so many different systems. So
Cool.
Jay?
So previously I had Bremer from Juventus. I think good player, quality. I think he's got the leadership. I think he's a step above kind of not everyone else, not the players we've listed, but in terms of he's got that experience. You know, he's a bit older. But I do also want to mention Murillo from Nottingham, having a great season now.
Since we've last done this video.
Yeah.
So having a great season now, just been called up for the Brazil team. He, don't get me wrong, he has consistently been good as well since he played in Brazil, since he came to England. And I think he is on the verge of a big move. You know, Liverpool wanted him, Arsenal want him, United do want him at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the kind of thing where he could step up, and I think he could probably not walk into United team, but I think he'd take the right centre-back position. And I think having him, he'd learn a lot alongside. You know how like Gabriel came in for Arsenal, and just kind of now is probably one of the best centre backs in the league.
Yeah.
The thing I'd say is that I'd probably want to give him another 6 to 12 months. He's been
I
consistently
think at
good,
the end of this
but
season he leaves.
I think he needs a bit more Prem time. If I'm being honest, I'm not 100% sold.
I think he is a solid player. Also, what I find interesting is, do you think he would be able to play on that right side, considering he's left-footed?
Yeah, because he plays. So when he was in Brazil, he played on either side.
Oh, brilliant.
He played left and right. I've forgotten what team he's at, and he's been brought in for the Brazil team as a cover right centre back.
Wow.
But I think that in a back two, that's the difference. If you're in a back three, the right centre back has to
Brazil, he
float
plays,
out a bit.
And
that's where it changes everything.
So in Brazil, he played in a back three. So it's not like he doesn't know the system.
No, and the right centre back and then back three.
Yeah. He played across the right and the left. He's played across all three.
Okay.
He can do it, to be fair.
That arguably even makes him a better option because he can play anywhere across the back
he
line.
can pretty much play either. But I think it's a bit cheaper as well, and Premier League wants it.
Yeah.
I've got a few other options just to consider. One cheap option that you could just get on a free transfer. Probably better to be a backup, but it's a good option. Wrench is on a free transfer at the end of this season.
Apparently he's going to sign another contract, so I don't think he's going to leave.
Well, at current, he's on a free
Who'd
transfer.
you say?
Wrench.
Wrench, okay.
Yeah.
Singo has redeveloped himself into a centre-back from being a right-back previously. Good at covering the channels. Is a solid option from Monaco. And Bastoni is an elite centre-back.
Sorry, another name that's
no
hit me
chance you're
is,
getting Bastoni.
another name that's just hit me just now is Sutolo.
Yeah, Sutolo, yeah.
Ajax, right centre-back, can play on
Is
that
he
right
right-footed?
side, right-footed.
Okay, cool.
He's trying to sell you all the Ajax players.
He
Bro.
really is.
Honestly, I should have won my Ajax kit again because I'm so used to him stealing our players.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
We'll move on. Another position in centre. I wanted to talk about central centre half just very, very quickly.
Yep.
I haven't asked you to prep anything, but I would say that Harry Maguire is leaving on a free transfer at the end of this season.
Yep.
Another centre back who's also leaving on a free at the end of the season is Jonathan Tah. So swap. One of them give him a contract. Don't give Maguire a contract. It's a little bit.
Would Tar go to Man United from Bayer Leverkusen?
Yeah,
No.
I
don't
especially
think
given
no.
especially given Bayer's form, 100%.
Okay.
I think there's a
disagree with
lot of other clubs that want him, and I think he'd rather go to.
Yeah.
I think Bayern Munich want him. I think he would definitely.
Also, I
stay in
don't mind.
Germany.
I don't mind either way, but it's another option.
He'd stay in Germany though. To be fair.
Yeah, I think he would.
He's German.
He's German.
He's played in Germany the whole
He's
time.
probably-
We offer him the money. I think it's.
Not over Bayern.
Well, I think it also
No, but it's also like you gotta think
depends on
like his
whether or not-
family. His family wants to
Yeah.
live there and stuff like that. You know what I
And
mean?
going to Bayern would make so much sense.
We'll see. But as again, all free transfer.
Alright, boss.
I'm the director of football.
He's not backing down.
Alright, boss.
And then right back. I'm kind of happy with the two that we've got because they've both been really good. But let's say if you want to really go out and make a statement, another player since on the free transfer at the end of the season is Denzel Dumfries. And I think you make a good play for him. He comes.
I think he dreams a lot. This guy.
I thought he was going to say Trent Alexander-Arnold. But
That really would be
Dumfries,
dreaming.
I
though.
linked with him before.
Yeah.
He's leaving Inter. I think he'll new challenge. Everyone loves to come to England. I think
Yeah.
that's a doable thing. But let's talk about left back because that's a position I've actually asked you to prep for,
Yeah.
and it is a position that needs improving. So who's got a great left back?
Guess
for
I'll
me?
start. I've already mentioned it, but
Yeah.
Yoru Hato can
Okay.
play.
You want to play him left back?
Yeah, centre back can play left centre back. can play left back.
Okay.
He does for us now. You wanted an attacking left back. That's what he plays for us. Very good going forward. We've seen in recent games. Very good. Yeah, it's got a bit like De Ligt used to go forward. I think he just makes sense, and you love our Ajax players.
I do love Ajax.
So makes sense.
Ubaid.
Mine last time was Grimaldo, but I don't.
Was it? I thought
Yeah.
it was the other one.
No, it
Oh yeah,
was-
because he just picks the highest players on FIFA.
No.
as if you don't pick everything off FM.
I thought, no, I
No,
thought,
FM is more
I thought
logical
he
than
said
offense.
I thought he said Robinson last time.
Anthony Robinson.
I
Yeah.
think it was my wild card.
Oh, that was your
Yeah.
wild card. Okay.
Yeah.
I had like
I
4
like that.
wild cards.
To be fair, he did.
4 wild cards. Jesus.
It was very well.
And like 3 of them were sporting players.
I like how Grimaldo's not the wild card, but
Anthony Robinson is.
so Anthony Robinson is the
The
wild
thing
card.
is, I don't think Robinson would leave. Well,
Well,
I know
for
it sounds
Manchester
weird.
United,
I know it sounds
I
weird.
think
I don't
I think
Robinson's
he would.
Robinson's more sellable than Grimaldo is.
I was going to
no,
say.
but I
yeah.
don't think Robinson's going to leave Fulham.
Why not?
Well, ever.
Whatever.
I don't know
He's
why.
gonna retire then.
But he's just gonna stay
He's
there.
arrogant.
It's gonna be like a Tim
No.
Which
Cahill.
one do you want to talk about, Robinson or Grimaldo?
Grimaldo.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on then.
He's played wingback before. I know he's a different system though, because like he's more like an inverted sort of.
Xavi's weird. Yeah, fair enough.
Xabi Alonso.
Well, I mean, it
Xabi
works
Alonso.
though.
I was going to say.
Poor
it
Xabi Alonso.
I feel like he
Yeah,
could
Pep
do the
works.
same,
I don't want
but-
Pep. Fucking don't give me this inverted wingback
Yeah,
rubbish.
inverted wingback as well.
Absolute rubbish. But
Completely weird.
okay, cool. Thanks for not telling me Grimaldo. Lloyd.
If you wanted to create a creative outlet, I thought he was really impressive when he was in the Premier League. Alfie Doughty for Luton. He really impressed me a lot when they were in the Prem. Just creates loads of chances, and I think under a system that Amorim's going to use, you want to have very creative wing backs. And I actually thought defensively, was he the best? Probably not, but it was definitely not one of the worst. I think he was decent at it. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible. He was decent. I think going forward, I know it's sort of an uninspiring sort of signing, but like I think if you look when we bought Andy Robertson back in 2017,
That is true.
no one would have thought Robertson is going to turn into like one of the best left backs in the world, which he was for like quite a few years. So I think sometimes you can take players from teams who did get relegated or were in a relegation battle, and they can become really good.
I went into that discussion thinking absolutely no way, and I've come out of it thinking potentially.
Yeah,
So
I do
not
also
bad.
think. I think other than injuries, one player would say is someone like Kieran Tierney. Going forward, I think
But I think the injuries have come.
that's what I mean. I think if
Yeah.
it wasn't, I think
another one.
that's right. I think
they've got
if
two
it
already.
wasn't for the injuries, I think he would have fit that kind of attacking left back role.
Yeah.
That's where he likes to play, but I think because of injuries, it's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Dan.
I think last time I said David Raum from Leipzig.
Yes.
But one name that also popped in my head when I was like last couple of weeks was Parisi. It's just a younger option.
Where
It's
is
Parisi
he?
for Fiorentina, who's having
Okay.
a very decent season, top 4 in Serie A right now.
They are banging at
Yeah.
the moment. Our purple
And
boys.
Parisi is doing.
Check out the purple show
well.
if you haven't already.
Yes.
So yeah, Parisi or David Raum.
I have a few options of my own. Well, just two. But I think Riquelme out of Atletico Madrid, younger player, is starting to bed in there. So maybe it's a bit harder to convince him. But
Yeah.
What's budget on this, like left back, for example?
Well, he says no real budget.
again,
really.
we can mix and match. If we have some cheaper options, we have some more
Yeah.
expensive
Yeah.
options. At
Okay.
the end, we can kind of decide who
Because
we want to
for
go for.
Atletico, someone like Samuel Lino.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Samuel Lino would be because he plays left back but very attacking.
Well, he was a left winger and then he got
Yeah,
converted,
exactly.
Yeah.
So someone like him, just because you mentioned Atletico, just
Yeah.
kind of went in my head. But it
Cool.
would be
Well,
a
you
good
can maybe
signing.
prize one of them away and the other one starts.
Yeah,
behind
exactly.
it. But I think the one I'd rather go for, and the one I probably might take over all of your options, to be honest, is Gutierrez out of Girona.
Yes.
Girona
Yeah.
are falling apart, and he
Yeah.
was one of their best players last season. He's one of their best players this season. It's just a really strong attacking Spanish left back. And then potentially another option that I've just remembered that I haven't mentioned, which is a criminal, is Alvaro Fernandez. I think is coming back for his release clause for like 13 million from Benfica,
Yeah.
but potentially as a backup, and then we buy somebody as
I
well.
was going to say you probably still need a starter.
But we need to
But,
we
yeah.
need to shift Luke Shaw first. But that's a whole other issue. But I forgot.
Yeah.
I realised I hadn't mentioned him, and I feel like he deserves a mention because he's been Benfica's one of Benfica's like top 2 or 3
Well,
players
what-
this
He was
season.
great against
Yeah.
Porto the other day.
Why do I
Exactly.
feel though that they're gonna get Ben Chilwell?
Oh,
It
On
seems
loan,
like
maybe.
such a
Because, like-
don't
Yeah.
infect my ears with that.
No,
rubbish.
because he's a great
PSR
left
type
wing back.
signing.
Well,
He's a really good left wing back as well.
Moving on
My
quickly.
wild
Yes,
card was
yeah.
Oh, I think I said Ben Chilwell.
He just realised his wild card was
my
Grimaldo.
wild card, yeah.
He messed it up.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm sure Robinson's not
Think
a
of a
wild
new
card.
wild card.
Moving on at lightning
Okay, let's
speed.
go.
I didn't ask you to prep centre mid. I know you might have one, but I did ask you to prep centre mid. But the one person I would say is coming in is Angel Gomez. Is coming in on a
Is
free
he?
transfer.
Wait, are you 100% about this?
Yes, he's coming in on a free transfer.
You can
Done.
bet
How did he come back?
both your
He
nuts
already
on
said
this.
he's coming back. Yeah, he's coming
Who are
back.
your
Both your nuts on this.
who
You
are
can
the
put them on the
sources?
line.
That's up.
When
You
He doesn't want to
can't.
say it. Yeah,
He doesn't want
you
to
don't want
say
to
it.
do that.
Say it.
I am
say it.
very confident that Angel Gomez will be a Man United player at the end of this season on a free transfer.
For what reason?
Yeah.
He's came through the academy. He loves the club. He's from the area.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's-
Bro, the club that threw him away
he
like
left on a
nothing.
free, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he built himself, and now he's coming back, and he's.
So what?
for us.
Pogba did the same, and that didn't help him out.
Literally, I was going to say the same
And he
thing.
didn't do anything.
And this guy's free. So there you go. That's done. Do any of you want to present the centre mid, or are we just
No, I
moving
think-
on?
Oh, wait.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have one. Pepelu from Valencia. I think he's a solid player. I just feel like if Mainu and Ugarte were to be in a double pivot, I don't know if it's necessarily going to work. I'm quite interested to see how that.
I think it
That
works
goes.
based on the system that Amorim likes to play, but it's always good to have depth.
Yeah.
So, which is why I'm saying
Yeah.
about bringing Angel Gomez in.
I think bringing someone in would be
to give it
beneficial.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
I will just
something.
shout a name once again. You said no sporting players, but I think Himland
not
would be
no
great.
foreign players, but I just think
No,
we
but
need to be
I know he
careful.
doesn't want to, but I think Himland in
Is a
the
good
one,
midfield
yeah.
would be incredible. He's box to box, and I think in the system Amorim plays, you need a box to box midfielder, someone who has the work energy, a bit like Kante, to kind of just keep going forward and defending.
What I would say is that you need to be careful in just copying the same players in the system in a different league. We saw it with Danny Drinkwater and Kante. Kante obviously worked, but
Yeah.
Danny Drinkwater didn't.
But I think the
Yeah.
thing for me is Himland is a kind of player that the Premier League suits so well,
Okay,
because I think he's got I think you need energy, and he's got that, and I think it would work.
cool. Let's move on to our wing positions then. Obviously, a left winger is probably going to be more inside forward type, and then the right wing is probably going to be more creative.
Yep.
What options have we got? We'll do both in one go this time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know we're not talking about sporting players, but
Yeah.
this is the first sporting player that I will mention, and it will be the only one.
Okay.
Pedro Goncalves,
Gonçalves,
Yeah.
Left or right?
left.
Okay.
I just think he's excellent. He's definitely one of their best players. He's such a threat going forward, a creative machine. The amount of chances that he creates, he's just a brilliant player. And if Manchester United should go and get a sporting player, for me it's either him or Gyökeres. So,
Yeah,
and
fair
then
enough.
my other attacking midfielder, a little bit of a wild card, you could say, Paulo Dybala.
I was going to mention him later.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
but
I
it's a
feel like
shout.
this happened last time.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
it
did
did
mention
happen last time.
Dybala.
And
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it again. On a free transfer at
Exactly.
the end of the season, it does make a lot of sense.
It would be very, very interesting. I want to see this man in the Premier League. Like, back in when he was at Juventus, like those days, and of course at Roma, he's done decently well. I mean, could he have done a little bit better at times? Yes, but
He
I still
should have
think
come to the Premier League. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
he should have done. Well, he got linked with Tottenham for years, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
but
think
he
Yeah.
was- he
he
Oh,
wouldn't
he
go
moved.
to
fell
Tottenham.
to it the last minute.
Yeah, he never moved.
Yeah.
But
Thank
yeah,
God for that. For
I,
him.
Oh, mate.
I think him coming to the Premier League would be really interesting to see, and yeah, I think he could do well for Man United in that
Well, you
system.
stole on my best option, but
Sorry.
Okay, we'll move on.
Sorry.
Yeah, go.
My left winger. I
Little
thought-
man. Did you
this
just call
was
him
like,
little man?
Whenever we filmed it, I saw a rumour, so it was Matoma. So I saw a link to him at the time, and the right winger was Kudus, which I think can happen.
Kudus I like more.
Kudus
I
is a
think
great
I
shout.
think Kudus will leave West Ham.
Yeah,
this year.
well,
He needs to step up. To be
Kudus
fair.
is one of my options as well.
He's
is
got a
what I
bad.
said.
But the one thing
You
I say
two
about
just
Kudus-
copy each other. What's going on, man?
What-
No,
what
bro,
did
I
I say about
swear.
Kudus?
I've had it the same note for ages.
But he just hasn't prepped anything. He's just
Yeah,
copied you.
exactly. That's what I
Um,
think.
what I would say
No,
about
he's
Kudus
got it
is-
here.
Poor Bait.
He's
Yeah.
got it here.
It might
It
have
is-
been written any time. So.
Mate,
No.
30th October
well,
2024.
mine says 11:09 now, but
He updated
Ah.
it. He updated it. To be fair.
that was 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He
that was
did-
30 minutes
The
ago.
one thing I would say about Kudus is that his temperament looks awful based on how he's
Oh, that was
temper.
one game.
No,
No, I
yeah.
don't
He
agree on
looked-
that.
You want to talk about temperament? Look at your captain, bro.
But that's what.
Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with that
I
at
don't
all.
want players who have anger issues or
He don't-
bad
that's
bad
harsh,
attitudes
No,
in their team.
he had one
Look at your
minute
captain.
where
Look
he
at the
picked out.
look at
Wait,
But
Rashford.
we need to stop it from now.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it.
No,
too
but-
hard.
Mate, he had 1 minute where he hit out at someone. Come on, you know, I'm
Yeah.
not, it's not like he's done it.
But
This
he's
is his
also-
first red card of his career.
Yeah.
What are you on
Yeah.
about?
But also, like
Yes.
his attitude towards like being at West Ham, he clearly has made it public that he wants to leave.
That's not his
Because
fault.
it's because he wants a
they're
bigger
not
club.
going
He
there. They
deserves
have to
it.
play for a
West
bigger
Ham are
club.
rotten.
Yeah, they are not
Come
going
on.
anywhere at the moment.
I
are
think-
they?
I'm
worried,
disagreeing
worried.
with that.
No, I disagree with that completely. He
Yeah.
had
Oh,
one
yeah.
incident.
Yeah.
Sorry, Henry.
Eden
So-
Hazard had an
Disagree.
incident. You tell me you wouldn't have taken Eden Hazard? You know what I
I
mean?
can decide
Yeah.
to take your opinions or not.
Okay,
But,
so I've got for left back. I've kind of got two.
Left back?
Wing.
Sorry, left wing.
I was gonna say,
no,
restart.
no. For left wing, I've kind of got two players. So I think my first one is someone on a free from Brazil, Gabriel Barbosa.
here he is.
Said he
Oh,
said
yeah.
he said he's
Gabigol.
he said
Gabigol.
yep,
That's the one I was
he's
thinking.
said he's
I
leaving
love
at
that you
the.
now know
he-
a lot of FM terms. It's really good.
No, Gabriel
that's
has always
his-
known
That
that's-
that.
came from FM, bro.
Did
It
it?
didn't. It didn't. It
That's
came,
right.
No,
it
that-
came,
Yeah,
that's his
I
that's
have
his
heard that
nickname.
from
that's
real
his
name.
nickname. He
His
came
literal
from Brazil.
nickname.
I
It's
thought we
not
got
FM.
that because of
No,
No.
This guy's focused his life on
That
FM,
is
bro.
no way.
Okay, anyway, let me get back
His
into
life
it.
revolves around FM.
Anyway, he did an interview 2 days ago saying he's leaving Flamengo at the end of the season. I think he'd fit the left wing position. It's a free transfer. But the player I had at left wing was Kingsley Coman. I think he'd be good fit. Once again, linked with United for a long time.
Yeah.
Can come in on the left and the right. I think he'd be a good step up in quality. The right wing, leaving on a free transfer as well. Rooney Baji. It's, backup right winger. I think no matter what, as you said, free transfer, you should probably get him. So that's why I'd probably go with Gabriel Barbosa as my right winger, and then the left wing would be Coman, and then just get Rooney
And then
because it's a free.
I do
He's
like
leaving.
that. I like the idea of bringing him in and then giving him a loan. Like, he doesn't come
Yeah.
into the squad straight away, but he is.
Yeah,
part of
either
the
he comes
team.
and plays like cup games, or he goes out on loan to I could see him going to like a championship side or
Or
going
like a
to like
Schalke or something
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like Eredivisie team or something like that.
get minutes.
I think it would be
Yeah.
incredible.
I like
for him.
Germany as a breeding ground for young attackers for England. I do like that idea. So I think maybe.
Don't forget he's not English though.
Yeah.
No,
He's
but
Danish.
playing for German clubs and then coming to England. That kind of move. I like that.
Rooney
step.
Baji.
Yeah, give him a loan.
Oh,
in Germany.
no, I thought you meant he's playing in Germany. I was like, he
No.
doesn't play in Germany now.
Give him a- I like giving people
I do
a
think-
loan in
I do
Germany.
think
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
him in.
Smith Rowe had a similar thing at
Yeah.
Leipzig. I like that.
Right.
But,
I do think bringing him in, loaning him out. I think it makes it's a
Okay.
kind of no-brainer.
cool.
And
And
then
then Dan.
Mine was Kudus, as mentioned before, and as well on the right, and he can kind of in that half space is Ryan Cherky from Lyon, and I think he's a player technically, especially if you put him in that position where he's in that half space. Technically, he's just insane. This guy is really technically an amazing player, I think,
No.
and I think there's still a lot he has to learn, but I think he's
Yeah.
a very good player.
Yeah, agreed. I've seen a lot of him. He looks like a solid player. I don't think he's quite ready yet, but I think he's around it. Right, let's go through and make some decisions then.
We can do one more card. We can do wild card as well.
Oh yeah, the wild
yeah,
card.
wild card.
got
Yeah,
that.
okay. Quickly do your wild cards, and then we'll go through.
Mine's
Gyökeres up top. That was mine.
You've gone Gyökeres?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Xavi Simons from Leipzig. Don't think he's going to get a game at PSG.
I like
They've
that.
loaned him out, 3 times now? It's getting ridiculous. He should leave. I think he can play at any of the positions you want. Centre mid, striker, left wing, right wing. Makes perfect sense.
Cool. Ubaid?
I'll just say one. I'll say Goncalves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Sesko.
Benjamin Sesko,
Mm.
physical striker. I do like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
good
fits the
shout.
system really well. Dan?
I said Gyökeres.
Yeah, he said Gyökeres.
Sorry, guys.
It's-
It's been a long
I mean, he's gonna leave Sporting soon, and
Yeah.
I mean,
His
I will
manager's there,
quickly
so-
I will quickly touch on mine. I know we're pressed for time, but I will quickly touch on my wild cards because they are.
Yep.
Alfonso Davies as a left back. If you really want to push the
No,
boat out.
he's
No.
going Madrid.
Oh, I
It's
remember
confirmed.
this
He's going to
conversation.
Madrid.
Madrid.
No.
It's not happening.
It's unlikely, but it's not confirmed.
Not
Not
again.
happening.
It's like
No,
98%.
no.
He's
Yeah.
I
going
know,
to
but
Madrid.
you could like if you
No.
threw money at him.
He's
no.
going Madrid. You ain't got money to throw.
You have to pay a lot of money for him, but Charles de Ketelaere, I think,
Yeah,
works well
he's a-
in
he's-
all 3 of the forward positions for Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd leave yet, but yeah, fair
I think
enough.
you could convince him to come though.
In a year or two, maybe.
Again,
yeah.
these
I think in
wild
the
cards,
summer
these
you
are-
can
these
get him
are
in the
not,
summer.
Like
Yeah.
sure things, but you could
Yeah.
definitely
In a year.
By the
maybe.
summer
Yeah.
you can get him probably.
Leroy Sané
Yep, well, that's
on a
the
free
one I
transfer
had.
as well.
Would
Yeah.
he come play for United, considering he played for
I
City?
don't think he cares about City.
I don't think.
No, he
cares
doesn't
about
care
City.
that much.
I don't think he
no.
does.
He didn't stream. Okay. And then if you really, really, really want to, again, this is
Oh,
hyper,
no, I know, I remember
hyper
what he said now.
unrealistic. Like,
is
this
it?
is
Can't even
incredibly
flipping walk.
difficult to do, but if
No.
he's on a free transfer, and it would be super fun to see if he'd do
No.
it.
He's just been released,
No,
you'll
no,
know
no.
it is.
You know, we talked about him
Neymar.
earlier.
Neymar Jr., bro.
Oh,
It's,
no.
again, hyper unrealistic,
Premier
bro.
League
That's the whole point of a wild card. Is it's supposed to be
Yeah, I
fun
know,
and
but-
unrealistic. But if you could throw money at him,
I don't think he's even going to be able to play. I think genuinely, right? Just real quick, because I spoke about this on the radio station yesterday. He's probably going to be released. I think he's going to go back to Brazil, play maybe 6 months or a season, and retire. That's it.
Yeah.
He won't play for another big team again.
I think that's probably what's going to happen. I just think it would be fun to see him in the Prem. I think
Well,
it would
United
be
Yeah,
fun. I'd love to
to see
see
him
it.
in
I would like to see him in the Prem.
I would, but
Not
not
for
now.
United,
I
yeah.
think
Exactly. Anywhere but
here's the thing.
United.
I would have liked to see him just before he'd gone to Barcelona, where he was actually like he would have made an impact. No, I think we'd just be more annoyed with him here than we would actually like. It's an amazing player to
Okay,
have.
so let's go through and pick one for each position. So right centre back, I like Mark Guehi. I like the Prem proven aspect of him. I'd pay over the odds for him because I think you need to give that a bit of continuity to this backline and give something to, especially De Ligt, who's a bit newer, a bit of like Prem experience.
Yeah.
Left back, I'm going with my option. Oh, sorry, left centre back. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Left centre back.
Have you not thought of one yet?
No.
Oh.
I'm just considering all of the
Everyone
options.
says,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
everyone say it again.
I think I'm happy to take one sporting player, and if I could take one sporting player, I think it's got to be Diamonde. I think he's the
Yeah, fair
the
enough.
best at the moment.
Surprised he didn't go for Hartlepool, but fair enough.
I'd have to rotate him and Martinez more, but Martinez has had an injury issue, so I think I'm
Yeah.
okay to
Fair
make
enough.
that
He's
deal.
good
Right,
to step
okay.
in. So
I'm putting a lot of my money into defence, but I
Yeah.
think that's where
Okay.
a lot of the issues
fair
are.
enough.
Left back, I'm taking my option. I'm taking Gutierrez.
Oh, so he actually hasn't gone for Yoro Hato. I'm
I've
surprised.
not gone for you.
I'll take
I
it.
was going to take him as centre back, but I think Diamonde is fine in there.
Fair enough.
Gutierrez comes at left back, the best option I think on the market personally. Wide areas, I think Rudy Barchi comes in on a free transfer and then a loan. But so we'll put that out of our heads for a
Fair.
second, but he
Yeah.
is coming in.
Yeah, he'll go.
Trying to think, Dybala on a free transfer.
Cool.
I'm just pointing in general direction.
Oh.
As my left winger, and then on the right, I'm concerned about his attitude. But
Oh
you know
my
what?
God.
You know
Kudus
what?
has to be,
I will
bro.
go with Kudus because
That's
I
a
do.
joke.
I
Yeah.
do.
His attitude's fine.
His attitude's
One
fine.
I just
bro.
want to make sure that he's not going to start causing more issues. I don't
No,
want
he
to.
just
No.
had.
Oh
He just.
my
He
God.
just. He just had like one moment of
Literally
moment
one
of rage.
just
In
like-
that
yeah.
case, you'd
And
want
then-
your captain out.
Sorry, all I'm
Yeah.
saying is then Bruno Fernandes should not be at Man United.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then in terms of a wild card,
I'm gonna make the
Say
I'm gonna
Neymar,
make the
mate.
point I made
Neymar.
last time. Solvi Simmons plays in every position you need. To be fair,
can you play central midfield?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you
Because
can play
he could.
centre mid,
Cover for
cam,
Manu, but-
left wing, right wing, and up front.
Okay, sold. Yeah. Javi Simmons on loan or on a permanent? Do you think?
Permanent. I
on
think.
Wait,
transfer.
in the midfield, the pivot though?
No.
Can you play
No.
box to box?
No,
I don't think he can do that.
No, so he'd
He'll
play.
get bullied, bro.
No.
Absolutely bullied.
I think he's stronger than you think he is.
Yeah, no, he
I don't
can.
think
I
he's.
Okay.
agree with you,
That's
Dan.
not where he
I agree
starts,
with
but
you.
I think giving
I
him
think
minutes
Ugo
in centre
Chukwu for Southampton would bully him in a battle.
This is
In
the
a
thing,
battle,
though, right?
like,
You wouldn't play him as a pivot. You play him as more of like an
Sure.
attacking midfielder going forward.
No, but he's big.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is he can cover in all the
Yeah,
positions.
exactly.
Because this is the thing. This
No,
guy's
you
gonna
can
have to
cover
play
along the
everywhere.
like anywhere from
Attack,
cam and
but-
above.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but he can also put a shift in
I
midfield.
don't.
You're up against a team. Come on, like
I mean,
let's be honest,
given-
you're up against a team like Leicester. He's going to be able to play midfield.
Right, he's getting-
You're up against a team like.
But I mean,
you
like
know,
I'm talking about if they play
Sheffield.
double that pivot.
Double
there.
pivot.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
I don't think the
he
pivot.
can play there. He played
for me.
there.
Yeah, okay.
in
For
his
me
first
personally,
season.
no.
No.
Yeah, they can just like the size frame. The frame in the Premier League is
Okay,
too small
yeah.
for that.
I mean,
the pivot.
I think it's fine. I
Disagree
think
with
he's
that.
stronger than you think he is, and I think he'll get stronger.
Yeah.
He can cover in lots of positions, so that's fine. So the final team will bring in Diamonde and Guehi as our centre backs, Gutierrez at left back. On the right wing is going to be Kudus. On the left wing is going to be Dybala, and then we're going to bring Javi Simmons in as a little bit of a wild card to kind of change games.
Fair.
So
cool.
total bill is how much?
A lot of money.
We're
Total bill will be ridiculous.
we're looking at another 400 million.
Yeah,
so-
maybe we'll like
yeah.
put it
It's
up at
fine.
the end of
It's-
as a video somewhere. We'll calculate it and put it up there. The
Yeah,
total
Yeah,
bill.
it's going
How
to be
much it'll
somewhere along the lines of
Exactly.
about 500 million.
But
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think.
mind paying it because again, this is going to fix a lot of issues.
Don't
So-
forget,
you
to be
will
fair,
have-
It's
you'll-
also not your money,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I mean that's a benefit.
if it doesn't work, I get fired.
the other thing is
so-
the other thing as well. I think just we're going to note as well is they are going to have to get rid of a lot of players,
Yeah.
but a lot of players are.
I don't think
leaving,
they're gonna
which will bring up-
sell
They're gonna
make much money
release
from it.
them.
No.
Yeah, but I think a lot of money off wage because some of these
Wages,
guys are on
yeah.
ridiculous
Yeah,
money.
some of the players, Casemiro will leave, Maguire will leave.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
you know.
there's a
it
lot of
will
ways
help.
to be
It'll
saved.
give them the
Yeah,
opportunity
100%.
to bring in players like
Yeah.
Dybala on like
Yeah,
higher wages
exactly.
as well.
Shaw as
You know,
well. will
also,
leave,
a lot
yeah.
of them are free transfers. Bargy, Dybala,
Yeah.
even Israel Gomez comes back. That's all three massive transfers on free transfers.
Dumfries.
Now you're dreaming.
Yeah.
Now you're dreaming again.
You're
I
on
don't
something
think I'm dreaming, but why don't you let me know in the comments down below if you think I'm dreaming or not about Dumfries.
Dreaming.
If you think Neymar would be fun to see at Man United,
No.
if it could be done. And also, why don't you drop this video a like, because this is the end of the video, unfortunately. If you want to see another rebuild, let us know down below.
Just
we
not
want
United,
to hear from
please.
you.
Please not United.
Please. No, I think we'll move on to a different type of rebuild. But we have done an Ajax one.
Yeah, we did
which
Ajax.
you can check out on our channel. Make sure you're subscribing, notifications on, so you don't miss any of our fantastic content here on the network. And we will see you next time for another Blue Podcast.